everybody, it's Christine. It is time for BoBunny Stash Bash. And my original plan, honestly, when I went through my papers, or what I was planning on doing, was going through my papers, picking 2 collections, and letting the folks on Instagram that follow me on Instagram vote on the collection I was going to use. But as I kind of thought to myself, I need to sort my collection, see what I got, blah, blah, put them in order of some kind, something, so I could kind of, pick 2 to choose from. And I realized, Christine, I've got stuff that's like in date. I've got so much stuff that's, I could put it in date order, right? And then what I thought is I'm going to start with the oldest. So I actually have BoBunny collections, y'all, from 2013. 2013, 10 years. So the very first one I've got here, and I think this is going to, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't hit the camera. I might have. It's called Mammarazzi, and I don't have much of it left. So that's kind of cool because I'm pretty certain I can kill this collection with one layout. I'm gonna make it happen. Let's put it that way. So what I have is this little page here, which has this cute little cameras in the bottom. And then I have like a film strip section here with some dots on the back. And then this little sheet has some cut aparts with a real pop of color there. And then this also is kind of some cut aparts with a stripe, a lovely stripe. And then I do still have some sticker sheets. Now, I don't have a lot. It's mostly letters. There's some little, I don't even know if this is actually, mostly letters and just some words and this cool little border strip with a number on it. So I think I might have to pull some stuff out of the stash just from a dimensional standpoint. But that's what I have. So again, I'm pretty certain I can kill this collection because I have this picture of me and my mama, because it's Mammarazzi, right? Me and my mama. We went to Branson a while back and had these fun little vintage. She was really excited about these pictures. I think I will use photo corners. I don't want to mess it up. But I'm thinking I can do something like that, and I'll have to build, some kind of something behind all that. Like this is kind of pretty. I might can mount. Well, it's not going to be mounted, but maybe I'll just layer. I really don't know just yet, y'all. But I'm pretty certain I can kill this collection with this one picture. And so that's what we're going to do because it's from 2013. I do still have a couple others from 2013, y'all, but I'm not gonna pull those out yet. That's gonna be a surprise. But I'll start with these, or this one, and let me get to thinking, and I'll come back on in a minute and show you where I'm at. All right, gang. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this stripe, and I'll use it to create a little photo mat here. Now, you'll notice I have cut into that stripe before, so I'm going to end up with a tiny little notch over there, but that's all right. I'm going to end up addressing that, no problem. And I do end up killing this kit, y'all, which, again, it's not like it was too hard because I didn't have that many pieces of paper left, but I was still proud of myself, and I will show you what I have left at the end, and it's just not much. Now, this is an 8x10 photo, so, of course, it takes up a ton of real estate. So the trick here is to figure out how can I use some of these papers since there is so much real estate taken up. And frankly, I don't gut nothing. That's part of it, right? I end up not gutting things so that I can use the papers. So here's where I do take my little photo corners and I put them on the ends. I might not had to have done this. I thought to myself, well, if my mother wants to scan it and make a copy or do something, I want to be able to pull it out and let her do that if she felt like it. Because I did pay for these, but by the same token, she kind of set it up. So actually, I'll tell you guys, I don't know if I told y'all this before. There's some other lady I've done for Branson. But she had gotten these, she made these travel things. I didn't know what she had done. And she ended up setting herself up for one of them, what do you call them, timeshare type deals. Although they tried to swear up and down they weren't a timeshare. They got very aggravated with my bonus dad because he told them that I pay for all their trips and they always go for free. And the one guy got mad. Then he was like, well, I can't beat free, It was kind of funny / not. I mean, it was kind of funny, but I mean, the guy's just trying to do his job. But still, I don't like that they target the elderly folks because everybody that had to go, they had to be over 65. And I didn't like that strategy, but regardless, they got these free, she got free tickets and coupons and different things like that. And one of the little free, I use the word free with my little rabbit ears, was this little photo shoot with this company that does these vintage photos. Now, you had to buy the pictures, but the photo shoot was free, and I don't know what the value was, $100 value or something like that. But she had a really good time, and so did the husbands. They got to dress up as like Wild West cowboy deals with long trench coats and stuff like that, and we got to dress as saloon girls. And so we had a really good time. And this little picture here is I'm just laughing at her. She's just looking so cute. So anyways, I really enjoyed this. This was a good time with my mama. So I'm just I've inked the edges of all the papers, by the way, with the vintage photo, not the oxide version, but the regular distress ink. And I've inked the edges of the papers with that. So now I have my photo down, my little photo corners on the little stripe, and then I'm now kind of offsetting. Well, of course, I got this all crooked, y'all, so I had to fix it. Oh, I also took that photo strip paper there and I cut one of the long pieces, and I've just kind of created a bit of a vertical element. If I'm 100% honest with y'all, I'm looking at this layout and I can't hardly see none of it. So I'm a little bit sad I did that because I covered up the whole darn thing, but that's okay. It gave me a spot to think about grounding my stuff to it. So I just kind of do a little bit of offset layering right there. You can kind of see that. And I do love this pop of teal. I'm not going to lie. This is a really pretty color combination in my mind. I love teal, and I thought this brown and teal was really pretty. So now I've got my big photo down. I'm looking at this border strip. It's got like a 0 through 9 with a little camera in between each of the 0 through 9 sequences. So I end up deciding I'm going to cut the little 0 through 9s apart and use them in a couple of spots here. So I'm going to trim the little, so I actually don't end up using little, well, I guess on one little spot, and you'll see it toward the end where you can kind of see one of the little cameras, but most of the time you couldn't see the camera. So I put the 0 through 9 up the top, and that just makes like a little, I don't know, little accent border deal. And I'm going to put one down at the bottom just to kind of give it a, offset deal there. And I still have that little notch there. You can kind of see it. And I'm going to end up in a second sticking a couple stickers there. I'm trying this first. I'm thinking, can I put that there? And I thought, no, that looks stupid. So I'll set that aside for a minute, thinking I may end up not using it. And I pull these. Oh, I do like this as my title. So I've got this day to remember, a day to remember. And I kind of messed with it for just a second because I kind of almost stuck it on top of the picture. I thought, well, Christine, that's stupid. That kind of defeats the purpose of using the photo corners. So, no, I decided I'm going to put it on the very bottom, and I do put a little bit of foam behind it. Now, I will tell y'all, I'm going to end up having to glue it because even good quality stuff, if it's 10 years old, the sticky don't stay just real sticky. So I'm going to put a little bit of Nuvo glue. So I'll set this down here, and then I'm kind of just trying to adjust it because I noticed it's a little crooked and it comes right off that foam, and I go, oh, okay, that's not going to stay. So I end up having to use a little bit of Nuvo glue to put that on the top of that, but it ends up going right there, and so I'm really happy with that. So my title, I guess, is essentially a day to remember, but then there's two other little stickers that I find. One says moment in time and one says priceless, so I'll put those kind of above that down there. That might be where I stuck those two camera stickers in the middle there, thinking I might use that to hide the little notch. I'll leave those there for just a very brief second while I put these other little stickers down here. Like I said, it was moment in time and priceless. And I kind of like those. But then I happened to notice this little card up here. And I thought, well, that's a little bit better than them two stickers. I'm going to use that as a little journaling card. So I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut away because you don't need to watch me do that. I will ink the edges of it as well with the vintage photo. And so now I've pulled those two stickers off and I've stuck that there. And I decide, oh, you know what? I can put the rest of my little number border sticker on here. And so again, I'm just kind of doing it. And there's no real reason for these little numbers other than they're just kind of pretty and they match the collection. So I put them at the bottom for a little interest. I actually do not get into my stash except for my enamel, or my little half pearls rather. I thought to myself when I first pulled this out, I might have to, and I think I made the comment in the intro, I might have to get into my stash to get anything dimensional, but I did not. I decided to just use the stickers and put a little bit of foam behind a couple of them, and that's all I did because, like I said, there's a ton of real estate taken up by this photo, and I really didn't see the sense in it after I started putting stuff on here. I don't need to add a bunch of extras. It's fine just the way it is. It is a little bit of a simple layout, but I was happy with it because the focus is on the photo of me and my mama. So this is where I'm spelling out May 2022. And so I did get to use some of my little small letters there. Now, I did put my sticker sheet. You'll see at the end here. I'll show you what I have left with the papers and all that. But I did keep the sticker sheet and I stuck it. I have a, I don't know what that's called, like a magazine type deal. It's like a 12 by 12. It holds, it could hold magazines, but I stick stickers in there. I have sheets, my sticker sheets in there, and I still have tons from other collections too. One of these days, I've seen Scrappy Adam and Scrappy Kathy, I think is their channel names, but they do this thing called Scrap Backwards, and they start with like a sticker sheet and then build a collection around it. I may have to do something like that. I may have to case that idea and, of course, give them credit, but I may have to do something like that because I do have a ton of sticker sheets over there with no paper to go with them, technically, because they're all collections I've killed, and I've stuck the stickers in the little container over there. Okay, so now I have put, actually, the little cameras. I did take one of them and put it up on foam, or I'm doing it right now. Sorry, I can't tell. This little voice recorder deal is right over the top. So I'm going to end up doing that. And then this actually is going to be where I'm going off and getting my little half pearls, and I've used these in the recent layouts, although you guys are going to see this now weeks from now, but I've used these little like bronze colored half pearls fairly recently, so they were kind of on top, and they went with this, so I thought it was pretty. So I'll put 3 up there near the little cameras. Oh, and I added the word captured up there as well. So I'll put 3 up there, I'll put 3 down by the little title, and then I'll just put 3 in that upper right corner just to kind of round out the layout just a little bit. I didn't add any mixed media. I do end up taking a little gold shimmer pen and adding just a little bit of journaling. If I'm honest, it's a little bit hard to read, and I'm sitting here looking at it, and I may need to come back in and add a darker pen because it's a little too hard to read. But I kind of like the color, so I'm struggling with that decision. I have to think on that one. But that is all I'm going to do the layout. I don't do any mixed media. This is all the paper I have left, y'all. I call this kit killed, or collection killed, rather. And this is my slowdown. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next month with actually a different collection, but it will still be from probably 2013 if I remember correctly. So, a 10-year-old collection of BoBunny. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.